Mm-hmm.
Okay, I believe we're recording. How come it didn't say
Yep, I
anything?
see it.
Okay.
I see a little red.
So, welcome to the bridge call, everybody. How you doing,
Mm-hmm.
Danny?
Good. Second last day of the month, and we have an extra day tomorrow, 29th.
Oh, we have 29 days this month.
It's a leap year. I don't know if that means
Ah,
anything.
well,
Tomorrow
Yeah.
still have a strong energy coming. I know.
sorry, what was that?
I didn't get that
I
either.
didn't get that.
Tomorrow is a leap, and it's an actual day. They said we will get strong energy coming and some kind
Oh,
of.
strong energy. I should have researched. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's
There
leap year.
there are people that have a birthday on leap year. So isn't that crazy? Like, so
So
they were
instead of
born
being 40, they're only 10.
yeah. Because I know my friend there, he passed away. His son was born on a leap year.
Wow, bizarre, eh?
Yeah, yeah. So he would probably only be like 5 years old. How many times you get? How many leap years do you get?
It's every 4 years, right?
Every
Every
four,
four
right?
years. Yeah.
Yeah, grandmother died on the 29th of February.
Your mother
Really?
died on the 29th?
Oh,
Oh, your
Died.
grandmother? Hmm.
oh,
Yes. So she's only been dead like a quarter of the time she really has.
Yeah, yeah.
okay. You look at it
So
like that.
we gotta
Uh-huh.
check to see if it is high energy day. But in the meantime, while I do that, let's Danny, let's open the circle up and let's create a high voltage vortex.
Sure.
We can bonker it
Mm-hmm.
out.
And the second last day of February.
All right, so
Okay.
everybody, sink in, sync up. There's everybody in the house. You guys got your coffee, your teas, your waters, your pillows.
Yep.
So what we're gonna
Blanket.
let's do a connection sync up circle so that we can bring in all the big guns and our higher selves and align. It's about alignment. All
Mm-hmm.
right, so everybody close your eyes and we're going to take a couple of deep breaths. And Danny is going to lead us into a sync up.
As we bring in the light of the universe with every breath that we take, we're bringing in the higher vibrations, the higher consciousness. We're bringing source energy with every breath that we take here tonight. We're bringing in all this wonderful light energy, this healing energy, this higher consciousness, this higher vibration. We ask that all of our angels of light and spirit guides of light come in and surround us and support us this evening with any messages, with any support at this time. We also call on Father, Mother, Creator, God to create this beautiful ball of white light around us here today of protection and connection to Source, as we are totally connected to Source at this time. And we thank all our angels, guides, masters, and teachers for being present here with us today, to join in with us here today, to bring their message of love and light in our future, which is very bright, as we bring in this wonderful energies as we come into March. And we thank this universe and this light and all our guides and angels for this wonderful circle of light around us and support at this time, as we accept it as manifest right here and now. And so it is. Nice energy.
So the protection of light surrounding us, and also anybody that you are wanting to call in, not only individuals, but pets.
Past ones.
And just to let you know that we're filling this circle up with unconditional love. Loosening the grip of control and resistance. Replacing it with flow and ease.
On your hand for the Eras tour. Start by drawing the outline of the 13 on your hand and use a reference picture of Taylor's hand for help. I use a whiteboard marker because I find it's easier to get off.
All right. So that was probably some light language we were hearing.
Okay.
Some little
Some other
munchkin
video.
jumped in. Yeah.
Yeah. It did sound like a munchkin or child.
So Danny and I, we spoke earlier. So did you want to open up the topic tonight? About what
Yeah. I follow a certain number of challengers. Okay. Channelers that really resonate with me. And this lady I've been watching lately. Oh, look at Daniel. Good to see you, brother.
Guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Come on
good to
in.
see you. Enjoy. And so the subject came up, this lady, I highly recommend her, Carrie Kay. I believe she's from Australia. She's quite interesting. And she's talking about the timelines, and I may have mentioned it on previous videos. I keep getting this vision of this like tunnel. I'm going to say funnel, where it's going narrower and narrower, and all the timelines are here crashing into each other, fighting for position, so to speak. And she said that in her video I saw today. So she's on the same page as I am. And because of all these timelines bumping into each other and even clashing, there's a lot of turmoil in people's minds and their emotions at this time. There's a lot of maybe uncertainty, maybe a little bit of fear, because so much is going on. We're just being bombarded, right? And we might be, just my thought, we might have one foot in one timeline. We might have a foot in another timeline. And Lucie mentioned that also, that we were many places at the same time. We might be on all the different timelines, living a life, parallel, if you want to call it parallel, all vying for position. Where are we going to go? What do we really want in our life? What are we ready for? That's the big thing. What are we ready for? So I liked her video, how she was talking about timelines. And I just wanted to bring that up because I don't know if we really talk about this much. And this is a time where there's tremendous change. And so there is a video I caught some time ago. You've all heard of the Looking Glass project, probably.
Nope.
So the Looking Glass is a device that both sides have, the light and the dark, and it's a vision of the future. Okay, they can see 5 years in advance, 10 years in advance, but that can always be changed. So we'll just call them the dark. The dark wanted to make a change. So they hired this man, very interesting video. He's a computer scientist, he's a genius, and they wanted him to work with this device, this Looking Glass project, to give them some help. And he said they wanted a certain outcome, and we know what that outcome is, total control. And they thought, well, if we programmed this into the Looking Glass, what happens 2 and 3 years down the road? And it failed. Whatever they wanted to change, whatever their agenda was, failed. And so they programmed another. What happens if we do this? And what happens 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road? Failed again, failed again, failed again. And as the scientist explained, it all goes into one timeline, one result. And he says that final result, the only result that you can have is enlightenment. That's it. That's where we're going. And they even see it in the Looking Glass project. So that goes along with what Carrie Kay was talking and what I've been talking a bit, that there is only one final destination, and that's enlightenment. A shift in consciousness, you want to say it. And some people say, well, it's the fifth dimension, wherever we're going to, right? Because she did talk about that also. So I just want maybe a take on what you guys might think these timelines are, or the changes that are happening on the planet. I already told you, I think was it last video or the 2 videos ago, about 2 people that I've heard of. They have 2 of something. Did we mention that?
No, go ahead.
I don't think I mentioned that. So a friend of mine, she's talking to a girlfriend of hers, and she goes into her and this is very recent. She goes into her, what do you call it, jewelry box. And there's her wedding ring inside the jewelry box. But she's wearing her wedding ring. She now has 2 identical wedding rings. And that tells me immediately when she told me this story, the timelines are, or the matrix is crashing into themselves. And so she talked about this fellow that she knows. He only has 1 blue suit. He went into his closet. He's got 2 identical blue suits. How do you explain that? The only way I can explain it, the timelines are going into each other. They're merging. How could you have 2 diamond rings identical? Right? So that just tells me, that goes along with this whole story of what's happening on the planet, what's happening with the different timelines. And we're all riding these timelines, almost like waves. That's what I see them. And, you know, our ultimate goal is to get to enlightenment. And what enlightenment looks like exactly, I mean, we're already well on our way. We're well on our way. And like Carrie Kay said, and that none of us really know how amazing the end game is when we get there, this 5th dimension, how incredible it'll be, whether it's in 5 years from now or 25 years from now, we really don't know. But I agree with what she said. It's speeding up exponentially. And I believe that other channeler you sent me the link to mentioned things are speeding up. Jeffrey.
Oh, Carrie, I know who you are talking about now. Carrie Kay. Yes, yes, yes.
Very short hair.
Yeah.
She's really good. I really like her. And everything she said today is what I've known for months now. And it was exactly what I've been getting and seeing about the timelines and where we're moving to. And so whether it's 5 years, 15 years, we're going to get there. Everything is accelerating. And I'm sure many of you feel that. Things are speeding up. Time is definitely speeding up. I think all of you can agree with that. You have your breakfast in the morning. Next thing you know, it's time to go to bed. And you went, where the heck did the day go? It just, right? And where did the week go? Right? We all know time is speeding up, and that's part of this process. This was in the prophecies that in the end times, time would speed up. Right? So I'd like your take on what I've been saying here. Any of you would like to make a comment on that? On the timelines and where we're moving to?
Anybody? And I also know that we have 12 aspects of ourselves living in 12 different timelines.
We're everywhere.
So
we are everywhere.
You're like a monk that does awesome kung fu energy up in the Tibet mountains. You're you know, you're a beggar on the street in India. Like, you're all over the place. You're experiencing yourself in 12 different ways.
In many ways.
Yeah. And then, so there's that. And then you're working with your oversoul on top of that, right? So there's, and
So
it's
much
like,
going on.
yeah. And the more you can be with it, the more you can relax into it. And it's like information overload too. When it's coming at you, you're like, what? You try to get your head around it. But at the same time, it's not about being in your mind. It's like, when people's like, what are you, out of your mind? It's like, yeah, I am out of my mind. And that's exactly where you need to get, is out of your mind, right? To start sensing and being a witness and allowing that information to come in, right? And it's not going to come in through the mind or through the thinker. It can come into your head, but not through your thinker, not through your mindset. So it could
Wants
be
to
another,
analyze it.
yeah, it could be another voice coming in. It could be a download. It could be a knowing.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that recently I was just watching a video and it was like, there's 12 of yous, like all in different, like all over the planet, right?
We
Just
are.
doing like completely different things. So yeah, we are going through a lot of stuff for sure. And
It's
and the time,
accelerating.
and the thing about time too, like, yeah, time is speeding up, but at the same time, um, you don't have to go fast with it. You don't have to move fast. You can literally slow it down, because if you get caught up in thinking, oh my God, I only have so much time, I have to hurry up. Like if you live like that, the time is going to even speed up more. So if you speak from or operate from, I have lots of time, everything's right on time, I have all the time, when you're coming from abundance of time, then you can slow it down, because time's an illusion too, right? It's another,
Very much so.
it's another difficult one to get the brain around. It's like, what are you talking about? And
It is a
on
hard
this
one.
on this planet, that's how we move through, trading and working, and it's all done with time. Like time and money is like two constructs that were created to keep us in the ropes and, move along. So, yeah, so I put a link in the email, and he goes on about a lot of things too. And one of them is the prediction of the future presidents, and how because of the duality, because of the chaos on both sides, right? It's not about us going, oh, I'm going for Republican or I'm going for the Democrats. It's not about choosing sides, okay? It's about getting to a neutrality, getting to a neutral point, because we're moving beyond that. So, like we put so much emphasis and energy into, oh my God, so and so's got to win, or we got to get that other guy out of there. It's not about all that. So if you're choosing sides, it's almost like you're part of the problem. Okay.
Let it go.
And the weird thing is like, our beautiful, what's his nickname there? What is he being called lately? Or Trudeau? He just signed
Oh yeah.
$3 billion to Ukraine. And you just got to shake your head. But at the same time, I was at this job fair today, and there was like, the lineup just went way down the street. Like there was hundreds and hundreds of people at this job fair. Okay. And they get into this small little area. They go into this area to look at all these jobs, which were like next to nothing. There's maybe all of, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 jobs. That's all I saw. Right. And and I'm talking to all these people and so many immigrants. And, you know, and it's interesting when you're coming across people like from Russia or Ukraine, right? Because we're like, oh, cool. I said, that must be a crazy time over there. He goes, it's really crazy, right? So, I mean, you know, like, you know, the behind the scenes, that what's going on in other countries and stuff, and, you know, and who's supporting who. But at the end of the day, like, I'm standing there with, you know, Ukrainian people newly to Canada, and they're just like me, you know, they're just like me. We're all human beings just trying to help each other out. So here I was, I had an opportunity I was offering them, and it's just like, oh wow, it's like, hey, we got to help each other out. It's not about whether you live here or there or who you're voting for and stuff. So, and I think when we relax around all that, we're not crashing into ourselves, right? Because we have our own duality, we have our own bipolar going on within ourselves. So it's even a matter of getting neutral within ourselves. Like the other day, I jammed my finger playing basketball, and it popped out of the joint. It was like really gross. They're like, why? I'm running around going, what do I do? They're like, pull on it. I'm like, what? It's like, to get it, to hopefully just put it back in. So, and of course I played after that too. Like I taped it up and I played. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, what? There's just this side to me that's like, the show must go on. Like, don't let them down. It's like, and I get home and I'm like, what was I thinking? I got to reassess this thing. Anyways, so I hit the left hand, the pinky. So I call my guy who does fascia maneuvers, because he knows what each body part is connected to and what issue and what emotions you're dealing with. So he goes, so I've had a lot of old programs, old thought patterns coming up. And I'm like, really? And they're not going to serve me. They're not serving me, right? They just keep coming up and they're not serving me. And it's like, really? And then I go, okay, you know what? We're not entertaining this one. Okay, let that one go. Let that one go. It's like, no, Lucy, you got this. Like, don't worry about that. And I just constantly have to give myself a little pep talk. And like, no, no, no. Delete, 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 right? So now I jammed my finger and I go, oh, Luis, what does this mean? He goes, oh, because I'm a Leo. So my ruling power is my heart. It's like, Lucy, it's unconditional love. This is connected to your heart meridian. You're the Leo. You got to do the heart. You got to love yourself.
Good.
And it's like the body's talking, right?
Huh.
And I'm like, I know, I'm over here loving myself. And then I also called another friend and I'm like, what the heck is going on? So she goes, oh, you got some blockages. We're going to clear it. She cleared it. Boom, things started rolling. And I think too, like, don't be in this by yourself too, right? I mean, the timelines are crashing into each other. We got solar flares happening.
Solar flares.
You know, and we've got like so much stuff going on. So we have to stick together, you know, like we have to come together and help each other out. Like,
certainly do.
So, and know that, like you said, the looking glass and how the timeline is all like, it's all good. It's just one, it's all one big bright light at the end of the tunnel, right? And it's not a freight train coming at us this time. It's actually beautiful, probably Christ light. So it's really I know everybody's going through a lot of stuff, but in the knowing, you know, in the depths of your heart, knowing that, and you know what, and we've been at this for a while now, and I just spoke to somebody a couple of weeks ago. She had a massive car accident, and that's what she created in her world to not only shake up her relationship, where she works, her religious beliefs, like it just opened up Pandora's box. And I sat with her for about an hour and a half, and she's like, do you think I created this car accident? And I'm like, well, what, like, how do you, like, I don't want to come out and say, of course you created it. You create everything in your life. What are you talking about, right? You're the master creator. But I just said, well, what do you think? Like, what has this provided you? And then it's like, oh, I'm questioning everything and blah, blah, blah. So she's just waking up. And I said, well, it looks like you needed this car accident to really,
Exactly.
you were wanting to wake up on all levels, and that's how it had to come through.
That's it.
And it's good that you're using this time to reevaluate. Because in the end, I go, yeah, so I've been at this game for a long time. 20, 30 years I've been at this game. So now I'm just like, whoa, that was a good one. Oh, didn't see that one coming. It doesn't really shake me up that much. It's just eye rolls and head shaking, But I spent time with her, and I just said, yeah. So basically everything that you've attached yourself to is basically a lie. So you have to unattach, reevaluate, step back and go, wow, what is all this about? And it's happening. Yeah, it's happening on all levels, like around money, around yourself, around jobs, around, careers, like everything, where you live, what country you're in, you know? So,
And to add to that, that old phrase fits your friend with the car accident. Things happen for us,
yeah,
not to us.
yeah.
Right?
So that's why I'm like, oh, what the heck? Why would I jam my pinky finger? Like, I played competitive sports my whole life and never broke a bone or fractured anything. So I question everything. It's like, gotta question everything. It's like, oh, why the left hand? Why the pinky? What's that connected to? Because it's trying to tell me something.
That's right.
So
And be
anybody,
thankful for these messages. Any
and
comments?
be thankful for the community that we have around each other, so that we can reach out and get it cleared, or help each other with it, or help understand and break it down.
Yeah,
and process it.
I agree.
Yeah. So anybody else want to chime in? So what's been happening? What have you guys been up against, or what are you experiencing? Are you having a good time? Are you challenged? Like, where are you at?
Is it possible that one day is like extremely high, good, and then the next day you just go crash down completely?
Certainly
Is
is.
it possible?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, is that what you're
Well, it's
experiencing?
like every other day. Like it's like I can be on so high and have such a good day, and then next day nothing works. This morning I didn't want to get out of the bed even. I barely had 3 or 4 hours sleep. I had to go to Qigong, and by the time I got dressed, reluctantly, I said, I feel sorry for the other lady because she comes all the way from Etobicoke and it takes her so much time, and then people don't show up. So I said, okay, I'll still try. Then I got dressed and I'm running late, so I missed my ride. But the guy did not put the notice for the Wheeltrans on the door. So I called them back and I was ready to throw in the towel. I said, I'm not going. Then I said, let's try again. So I called Wheeltrans. They gave me another ride at 1 o'clock. So the other one was too early. And I was there early. So I usually go to Chipotle and buy my corn chips. I said, it's still early, so let me go see if I can find a TD Bank. Oh my God, I walked from 117 Bloor right to past 55 Bloor West before I could find the bank. And I was worn out by the time I came back. It's like 2:20. And the elevator doors open and this lady's about ready to leave because she said nobody else came.
Oh.
Then I called Wheeltrans. I said, is it possible for me to like wait for another 40 minutes to, if I can get a ride home earlier? They said, no, it's only 40 minutes. The ride didn't come till 4:15 instead of 3:45. Things just don't work out some days, like, or they make you, it makes it hard to work out. The previous day, like I spent 3 to 4 hours on the phone just to sort out things, and 3 hours with Fido over a $45 charge for a calls. The claim that I made, I said, no, I did not make any long distance calls. I'm not paying for it. It took them 2.5 hours to finally agree to at least look into it as a fraud. They kept insisting, it's on your bill, it's there. I said, I have no record. I don't even wake up at that time, 11 o'clock in the morning on that day. They would not accept. Finally, they said, okay, we'll look into it.
Yeah, I think when you have days like that, like even I had $300 and something on my Rogers bill, and it's like, yeah, I don't think so.
No.
And it took, hours, but I always have to like check with my attitude when it's happening,
Yeah.
because my default is like, I have like 50 stallions all, ready to just charge, right?
I can understand that.
And I'm just like, I'm constantly holding the team back to not like get out of control. And so it just feels like some days it's just a test. And like you get up, you try, and a lot of times, how many times did you get up and, oh, I don't feel like it, and you go and then you had an amazing time. You're like, what is my problem? Like, just get over myself, right?
Yeah.
So it's a mindset for sure.
I kept trying, but it still didn't work out eventually.
Yeah.
Well,
But
there's another day.
There's a lot of things at play that we don't know that are happening. So even like the ride didn't come at this time, or it took forever to get down at that bank. There's other things at play where you had to go that route, or you couldn't take it until that time, because if you took it earlier, something else would have happened. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
when stuff are not happening on my schedule and it happens on somebody else's schedule, I just immediately say blessings.
Yeah.
I go blessings, because I don't know what's up. Right? Because I only have a bird's eye view. I don't have the drone view, right? Of the whole valley. So immediately I just said, okay, blessings, and grateful. I don't know for what, and more will be revealed.
Yeah,
And it's
I would, if I can just add something.
Sure.
I mean, every day really is a spiritual day, and this journey is about evolution to our higher self, and spirit is so good that it will put us through these trials and these tribulations, sometimes just to show us an aspect of ourself that we need to see and to help us grow. And maybe I'm getting upset about these little things that don't really matter and could be holding your energy down. So sometimes I find myself in these situations where if I'm conscious, I can see what that test really is. And I mean, the way I look at it is God is really just trying to show me an aspect of myself to really help myself grow. And maybe next time I get put in that situation, I pass that test and I am looking at it as a blessing instead of something that's bad that's happening to me. Because there's really nothing bad that's happening to you. It's just perception is everything. So
I would agree 100%.
Yeah.
beautiful, yeah.
And to not get upset with it when all these, little things that, like you say, the little things. Why is it we get upset with the little things?
Yeah, control what you can control, and that is yourself and your own energy. These things don't have to affect our energy at all. We can just be in it and being
Rise above
experiencing
it.
it. Yep.
Yeah. And
Yep.
laugh about it later.
Yeah.
Look at
It's
that.
Yeah.
everything, everything is just sailing smoothly, and then all of a sudden this hits you. So that's when you get a
And I
shock.
know that, and the emotions too, like sometimes you'll be like feeling really great, and then all of a sudden you want to like, all of a sudden you're so sad. You're like, okay, why do I want to cry right now? And so, and if that's what's happening, it's probably a release on the collective side. Like you don't know, right?
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, I'm really sad right now. Or what was it? I was at the office the other day, and every time somebody said something, I was like, what the heck is going on? My hormones in the gutter right now? Like I have, like I had,
These
I had no
swings.
filter. I was just like, and then I just wanted to cry, and I'm like, I think I need to leave this office.
Yeah.
But and just be with it
I,
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
it
If life was,
until it passes.
yeah. If life was just smooth sailing all the time, we never would grow. We would never be able to
exactly.
look at these things about ourselves like, man, maybe I should really work on my patience a little bit. Like
Yeah.
maybe I'm being shown something about myself. That's it. It's nothing,
Right.
nothing bad.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah,
All right.
and too, I just started a new career. I started a new career a few months ago, and then, and it's like in my mind, it's like I should be way further ahead. Like I have way more skills in this, and this shouldn't be this difficult, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, what the heck are you saying? Like, so I have to
Mhm.
keep catching myself, right? And I'm like, Lucy, just relax, just chill out, just like. But I know that, like you're saying, my higher version is on the other side of all of this stuff that I'm just like
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah.
through, and it's like take this
Yeah.
off, and and then go, oh, what the heck was that about? And when I get to the other side, right, I'll be like, okay, but there'll be another level. There'll be another level that I'll be walking through more challenges, right? Because it's, if you are in the game of evolving and growing,
Mhm.
like, what are you going to do? Just lay down and die?
No.
No. Right?
Take
What's
up the
the
challenge.
what's the alternative? Lay
Yeah.
down and
And
die?
a really good thing to do is to journal these things that are happening to you, because then you can really go back and see like, man, this same type of situation keeps happening to me. What is it? What is going
Yeah.
on? And it, like I said, it's just all about the evolution and
Yeah.
growing. Yeah. It's
Well
just
said.
another opportunity for you to pass some sort of test or just to be better in that moment and really control your
Yeah.
energy, because we can't control our external environment, and all these things could happen to us, and the only thing that you control is you and your own energy, and whether you let it into your energy field or not.
Exactly. Well said.
So we listen to little motivational videos every morning. And the one today was, if you can't control your mind, you can't control nothing. And I was like, ooh, that's a good one. Because that's a full-time job in itself some days, right?
Runs
So
amok.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody
Yeah,
else?
we don't have to get stuck in that same thought process loop. And that's the biggest thing, is we do just get stuck in this same mental loop where the same exact thoughts keep coming in every single day. And once we step out of that and we're conscious and we can see that mental loop that we're stuck in, it'll really change your life. You can start
Oh.
changing those thoughts.
It is.
And that's why I put in the email master creators, because that's who we are. We're master creators. I mean, you can't get away from it. That's what we do. We just create. All right. We're going to create a lot of good stuff or a lot of bad stuff, a lot of media, and that's what we do. We just create a lot of it. And so when you're
Tons.
creating a bunch of stuff that you don't like, you got to question it. It's like, ooh, what kind of frequency am I letting off here? Right.
Yeah.
And being more conscious. So
Stepping
it's
out
about,
of one world into the next world.
Yeah, and we do.
And
We have we
that's
do
like
have 1 foot in one and 1 foot in the other. I mean,
that's so true. Yep. You have a choice what world you step into. And that's like what I tell people with all the politics and things like that. That is a type of world that you do have to step out, because
mhm,
they want to keep you in that world, that mental loop, that process, that lower energy.
yeah,
Once you start letting that world go, you will see your energy start to rise, because you're not caught up in those same lower energies where there's a lot of fear involved in there, a lot of
Yep.
confusion. So it is, we can consciously step out of that world that they've created, and it's just thoughts. It's just this matrix of energy. And
it is, because the politics, it's so old. It's an old system. It's been
Control
around for
system.
thousands of
yep,
years.
controlled. Yep,
So
controlled.
try not to hang out there too long.
Yeah, that's how we create the next world. Is us. We are the people that have to step out of that. We cannot be in that world anymore. If we want to create a new earth and a new energy, that is a world that we have to step out of and be the example.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine, because at the party at the office, they had a party called Wear Your Cape. Who are you as a superhero? So we all had to wear a cape and be our superhero, right?
That's not
And
Halloween. Okay.
no, and it was a birthday party, and that, but we all had to dress up, bring our cape. And
Okay.
so one of my friends, she's roughly the same age as me, but she's like, she was explaining how um how our age group is the golden age, because we are the last, like our age group is the last generation that is where we come from and who we are today and what we're up against and what we're creating, because we're handing it over to the next generation, because they're the ones that are going to be bringing in the new, right? So it was interesting when she was saying that. She goes, like, think about it. We connect a specific way. We have history in a certain way. We love a certain way. It was like, you know what? You're right. So we are like a specific breed, right? Our age group. And how it's important for us to step into our superpowers and be connected and just really be conscious of that and how important we are and how much we bring to the table. This is because we like, it's like the dinosaurs are like what they were doing and then they disappeared, right? So here we are, we're like in the golden age. So we're like, we were here for a long time and we planted a lot of seeds and did a lot of work, right? So like,
Many lifetimes too.
yeah. So it was interesting when she was saying that. It was really like thinking about that. It's like, you know what? It was us. It was us that put that together. It was us that created. It was us, and it's us that is, planting and leading the way so the next generation can come in. I mean, I don't know how good of a job we did, but I'm just saying, the team that I was on, we did a pretty kick-ass job.
Would agree. We're well on our way.
Yeah.
We're well on our way.
So anybody else want to chime in? Helen, you're usually full of wisdom at this time.
Or is there snoring going on? No.
No, she's unmuted. So,
I think she's asleep.
so
No
did you
motion.
wanted to connect with anything tonight, Danny?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to do the meditation first or you want me to channel first. Does it matter? It doesn't matter.
No, let's see what you bring in.
Okay.
You ready to do that?
Yeah, I'm what am I getting here? I'm getting the Christ energy. We have to think of it as a very high vibration connected to source. But every time that I'm with Jesus, he's with me when I do a lot of my work, is the energy of peace. He is the Prince of Peace, and that energy is so overwhelming when he steps in and assists, or he has a message for me, or whatever. Okay, that's what we're going to bring in. Jeshua and the Christ consciousness at this time.
Nice.
Okay, thank you. Wish to share with you at this time that as your conversation, or you're saying how you you're preparing for the next generation. You have done this in many, many lifetimes. You have been preparing this planet for this shift for centuries. You think that this lifetime that you're in at this time is the one that you make a difference, but you've made a difference in hundreds of lifetimes, going back thousands of years. Many of you were prophets. Many of you were healers. Many of you brought the energy of the heart and love to your community where you lived. You have been on this journey many, many lifetimes. This is something that has been ongoing for literally thousands of years. You came in as a soul wanting to help. You came in with a high vibration. And with that, you shared your light, you shared your love, you shared your healing energies to heal the planet, but also the system that this planet has, whether you call it a matrix, whether you call it a government. For many of you were rebels. Many of you fought the system and tried to make change in that system. And many of you actually paid the price. For the system is powerful, and it would either ostracize you or kill you. And many of you have gone through these lifetimes where you were killed for your beliefs, for the work that you were doing, the health, the healing that you brought to this planet. So all of those lifetimes are accumulated in you in this lifetime here. This lifetime is the end game, so to speak. This is the lifetime where it happens. This has been prophesized for many, many centuries that this is the era. Many call it the golden age. Many call it the age of Aquarius. It is a frequency. It is a vibration that's been brought to the planet because of your work. All of you have done this work many, many lifetimes. And the universe and creation looks upon you as honoring you. For the work was very hard. The work was very difficult. And many times you were challenged with your life. But going through these times and these lifetimes is a culmination now to this lifetime. This is it. This is where you make the difference, because all of you have done the work. All of you have brought this planet to the place where it is now. And many vibrations obviously are coming to you from the outside, whether they're light codes or vibrations from the sun. But the frequency that's being held on the planet is by you. Without you, the light worker, the starseed, this would not be happening. I wish to let you know and share with you at this time that you are so honored. You are so honored by the heavens for the work that you do. You are so adored and loved for the work that you do. For you came here to do the most difficult jobs, is to bring that light here, to bring that love here, to be an example to others, to raise the vibration of this planet. This is what you do. You came here with a great purpose. You came here with a great compassion for your fellow man, wanting to help, wanting to bring them out of that darkness, to bring them out of their suffering. You came here with great compassion. And this compassion is one of your driving forces to help this planet to do the work, to raise this vibration. Let's get out of this darkness that has been created around us to move forward on our spiritual paths, our spiritual journeys. So you are doing the work as the star seeds, as the light workers. This planet is ascending, and it's because of you. You need to know this. This vibration that you bring to this planet is of a highest vibration of God's source that you carry within you and your hearts and your souls that emit all around you, and you affect thousands upon thousands of people around you. Unknowingly, you do this kind of work just by walking down the street, just by being here in physical form. You have made the difference. Coming here in this lifetime at this time is crucial to the expansion of this planet. For this planet was at a point where it could have gone either way. It could have gone either way. It was that close. It was that close. And it's all because of you, the light worker, that the light is now stronger than the dark. And we now have a focus on the future. And that future is enlightenment. A future where we will not have that control mechanism pushing us down, or the demons, or any of this energies that are holding you back, holding you down. We are at that point where we're going to see the actual enlightenment and freedom of this planet very, very soon, as everything is accelerating. Everything is accelerating. It's on a roll, and so fast, nothing can stop it. None of us really know. Only God has the answers. Is it going to be in the near future? Is it going to be 10, 15, 20 years down the road? It's not important time-wise. The importance is the goal has been set, and the work being done by the light workers is getting us there. But at this time also, we're having the rest of the planet come up and awaken alongside with you. They may not be at your level, but they have that awareness now that it's time to move on, an awareness that I've been controlled, the government is not working for me, it's against me, and that the system is broken. The system is broken. So there's much awareness on this planet now that never was 10 years ago. And this awareness of those that are awakening to this reality that this is a controlled planet, a prison planet, many people call, that we are now moving forward with their help, with the momentum set by the light worker. And understand that the energy of Christ is here, the energy of Source is here, working in you and with you to do your work here on this planet. For you are the ones making this all happen. And we wish to honor you for that. The heavens are watching what's happening on this planet. For the war that's happening on this planet is also being fought in the heavens between the light and the dark. And this war is coming to an end very soon, very soon. So you have much to look forward to. You have much to rejoice what is coming as what's already here. We can feel these wonderful energies. We can feel that the negativity is dropping. We can feel the positivity rising and people caring for each other more. Yes, there's great turmoil on the planet. There's tremendous confusion on the planet. And that's part of the great change as this energy is being weakened and is dropping away from us, all of it. And as you guys spoke earlier about this, is to separate yourself from politics, from the wars, from the confusion on the planet, rise above it. It is only an old system, an old energy that is playing out, and it's on its way out. So it's very important for all of us of the light to keep a positive attitude, to keep a loving attitude, and to try not to judge any of those that we see that are totally different from us. For they are on their own journey, for they are on their own path. It's not for us to judge and to move forward. So if I can leave this with you, is to always live in your hearts, always have compassion for your fellow man, pray to Source, pray to your Creator as often as possible, and we will push this energy of light and love and healing forward so strong that our end game will be here before we know it, as soon as possible. For the momentum is like a bulldozer. Is all the expression I can tell you. It is a freight train running down the track that cannot be stopped. And it's all because of you. We wish to share this with you as all of us in the heavenly realms watch you, see you, and are grateful for the work that all of you do, for you are doing the greatest work, the hardest work of all. We are so grateful for you, the light worker. We leave you with blessings and love. Namaste.
Well, that was an awesome message.
What a nice energy.
It was very good, very nice. And also just a reminder of how awesome we are, individuals,
Exactly.
in working together, and how we need to stick together and work together and help each other.
Exactly. We're far more powerful as a group, right? This little group here is amazing. Thankful for all of you here.
All of us here and all the people that you're affecting in your lives as a domino effect.
Tremendous domino effect.
Yeah.
And to let all those little things flutter away because they're not important. The little annoying things in our lives, let it go. It's really not important anymore. Wonderful. Did you want to lead? Do you have time for a little meditation? It's up to you. Or do you just want to keep talking?
Yeah, June, did you want to say something?
I just say great message, great energy. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
it came with a lot of heart, a lot of love. They
Yeah.
really do look down on us as the masters. For we're doing the grunt work. We really are. We're very, very brave. You know that.
Yeah, we're actually the superheroes. We go to the movies to watch the superheroes. It's like, what are you talking about? We're the superheroes. It's not acting. Nobody gave us a script. We're just out here like winging it.
Yes, my ET friends call us, we have the boots on the ground.
Yeah,
And they honor us. They honor us. For this is the toughest job of all, what we're doing.
Yeah.
It really is. But I just love being with all of you. This energy is just filling me right now.
Very good.
Very emotional.
Good.
Anybody else?
Yeah, anybody else want to say anything? And we'll just wrap it up with that. So I put a link. I put a link in the email. The guy is channeling Saint Germain. It's a really good video, actually.
Yeah.
It just helps you.
I just finished before this meeting. It's great.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it all yet, but I will.
Good, yeah.
I will. Yeah, I mean, this is
anything
great
good
information.
come out of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff, eh?
I didn't get any good message. That's what I'm saying.
You didn't get any good messages?
I don't feel like. No, I didn't much care for it.
Okay.
That video didn't resonate. It's
No.
okay.
Not at all.
It's okay.
There's a lot of people saying a lot of similar things. They just have a different twist. So yeah, there's some people it's just like, or their vibration or whatever. And then other people it's like you can listen to them. So yeah,
So
to
when
each
there's
their own.
craziness, I was just going to say with the crashing of these timelines and all the work, is to keep her cool. Don't get caught up in the drama.
Yeah, as
'Cause there's a
Bijan would
lot of
say,
drama out there.
be the eye of the storm.
Good saying. Be the calm.
Yeah,
Be the calm.
don't get hauled into the vortex and then start flying around with the cows and the trucks and all that. Got to be
Yep.
inside the vortex.
Where you're safe and sound and just
Yeah.
be witness to it. Don't
Yeah.
get in it. Don't
That's right.
go. Right? That's part of our challenge, just to stay cool and calm.
Yeah.
So what? There's a few wars. The wars are playing out. It's all in divine order, and it's nothing I can really do about it. So why would I worry about it?
No, and I think our job is to hold down the fort, stay grounded, because there's a lot of people waking up. And there's a lot of people that are not going to wake up and just leave. Right? And that offsets the apple carts for a lot of people. Because
Yeah, not to get too involved, because we've had this discussion before. We feel a lot of people are going to leave the planet soon,
mm-hmm.
and not to be upset about it. So that's one of the things. I'll just talk for about a minute. As I've had this conversation with many light workers recently. So if there's going to be a lot of death and destruction, what if that's a timeline that we're not going to see? That if our vibration's high enough, our timeline may never see any of that death and destruction. I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
that as a possibility,
Mm-hmm.
because everything's vibration. And if that's a low vibration, it's all karma playing out, we may not witness it at all.
Yeah. I believe
Right?
that too. That's like with anything, like, oh, time speeding up. It's like, well, you don't have to partake in it. You don't have to be
Just get
affected
up
by it.
earlier.
Yeah, just get on with your day and just like, yeah, time speeding
Yeah.
up. Yeah, so what's that got to do with me?
Actually, it's a good thing, because it means
Yeah.
it's telling us near the end time.
Yeah. It's
Right.
like, great.
It's proof.
I'll get to my higher self like a lot sooner.
There you go. Any last comments, anybody?
Yeah, before we wrap it up, it was really great having you guys. It was a really easygoing conversation tonight. Danny,
Yeah.
thank you for the beautiful channeling.
It was my pleasure. I haven't channeled in a little while. It's so positive energy. We know the journey that we're on, we've already won. We really have.
Yeah.
We're just playing out the last steps. And this year, obviously, is going to be huge. So there's so many astronomical alignments in March and April that are going to be huge. Be huge. The videos I think I sent you the one on Abraham. He really does a deep dive on all this. Very interesting videos. I don't know,
Okay.
maybe we can put it in our description.
Sure.
But yeah, this what do you call it? The total solar eclipse in April the 8th is going to be huge.
Mm.
There's only been 7 of them in 250 years.
Mm.
This will be the 8th.
I'm
And
telling
every
you.
time it happened, something major happened on the planet.
Mm.
So this is going to be really interesting year. And it's mostly about America. All eyes are on America.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I'm
Certainly
in
are.
Canada actually at the moment,
Yeah.
right? But we're going to make it through. It's going to be fine. It may be a little crazy for a while, but who knows?
We'll
Could you
be
please
fine.
share that video?
Yeah, there's a couple of the videos.
I
Yeah,
can put them in the email link.
Yeah, that would be great. But,
Yeah, I found this fellow just this week, and I really like the way they operate. And there's 2 of them talking about about these alignments that are coming up, and it's very significant. It's in Texas. The one alignment where the lines cross. It's really an interesting video.
Cool.
Very interesting video. Yeah, we'll send it out as an email. Sounds
So, my question is that, what we're saying is that we need to have peace in ourselves in spite of what's happening in the collective. Right?
Exactly.
I mean, but I don't even want to watch the news because it's so upsetting. So maybe just don't watch the news. Right?
No.
Oh, exactly. I stopped watching the news, I don't know, 3 years ago. I don't watch
I mean,
any
I
news.
watch very little, but occasionally when they show it, it's like so heartbreaking what's happening in Ukraine, Palestine, and many other places. And
They're not done yet.
No, but if we know everything's in divine order and it's playing out, remember, I always see this as a movie. And this movie has to play these scenes out. So it, stay distant from it and don't let it get to us. That's our main job. Stay positive, stay loving, be kind, right?
yeah,
And let it go. Yes, there's lives being lost, but also those lives are really never lost. The soul still lives on.
right, yeah.
And if we think that some of what's going on is karma, then we can look at the situation in a whole new light. Oh, it could be karma being played out here for many of these people, right? So, to distance ourselves from it and not get involved and not get caught up in the drama. That's our main goal, really. Stay heart-centered, pray.
Yes, everything, even our own lives is divine order.
Yes,
For that.
exactly. Like that friend's car accident was in divine order. Because look what it's teaching her, right?
Right.
It is in divine order. You're right. And our soul agrees to all of this. On a soul level, we agree to all of this.
She wanted
Right.
the fast track.
She got it.
was like, whoa.
Exactly. She got it.
Audie
Okay, then.
was saying that karma is no longer applicable.
I kind of believe that too. Most of it is gone, if not all of it. I don't know if we can prove that, but yeah, all of this is letting go of the old systems, the old energies, and it's just playing out. That's
Yeah,
why
we're not here to be punished because of this and that. We're just here experiencing. It's
Exactly.
punishment is a mind construct.
Let it go. Have fun, enjoy your life, follow your passion, do the things you love to do, raise your vibration. That's what we're here for, right? Do the fun things in life, laugh a little, have a nice meal, go for a walk in a beautiful park and send our energies outwards, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's been a lot of energy tonight too on the call. It was great.
Yeah, a lot of energy in that channeling. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Okay,
was
then.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So, and thank everybody for coming out.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Tribe, we love having you here.
And
there's Helen finally woke up.
And hopefully you survive the leap year, and we'll see you guys next week.
That's right. I will see you next week. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye now.
So
Bye.